Anointed the chosen one in high school, LeBron James immediately proved to be a unique combination of strength, skill, and savvy. A four-time champion, four-time MVP, and finals MVP. The King ranks third all-time in career scoring and continues to write his legacy.
Here he comes the other way. There's your first James Jam of his career.
LeBron, you would think he's from another planet. For a guy his size, I don't know what he weighs. Look like he weighs 260, 270 or something like that. But his quickness and agility, it's just unbelievable. I don't think you ever see another player like that.
LeBron is in a class of his own. He is absolutely unique. He's Michael. He's Magic. He's Kobe. He's Jerry West. He's Bill Russell. You take all of these great players and you put them in a blender, mix them up. LeBron's got something of all of them in him.
Probably the smartest player in our game, which you couple that with the experience that he has, the physical tools, the skill, the work ethic, and it ends up equaling out to one of the most unstoppable players to ever play this game.
I remember first time playing against him in the actual game. He was so much bigger and stronger than everybody at that position. And me and Tayshaun was sitting on the bench because, at that time he was a pass-first type of guy. He still is a pass-first type of guy. And we were like, hey, you know what, we better beat up on him now because once he figures it out, we ain't gonna have a chance. And in that playoff game, he kind of figured it out and had 25 straight points on us.
Shot clock to 6. Goes behind the back. And the game is tied at 104.
That's too good right there.
I looked at Tay, I said, Tay, bro, he figured it out, man. That might have been our last time the year before that of beating up on LeBron James because now this kid is about to take over the league.
One of the great performances of all time in playoff history.
This man's mind is a stinking computer. We're playing in the playoffs, I think it was Detroit. He's calling out their substitution patterns. He goes, hey, in 2 minutes, they're bringing in Aaron Baines and they're taking this out. So let's go on a run. When Baines comes in, Chaney's gonna come in, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, okay, maybe, because I'm watching film too now. So I'm like, okay, I may have seen that. Lo and behold, 2 minutes comes in, I walk to the thing, we're running these plays, he's calling out their plays. Toronto, Eastern Conference Finals. This is a true story from a Toronto player, and I was there because he was guarding me. They come out of a timeout, and Kyle Lowry throws his hands up, whatever, and the guy goes, dang, I didn't see the call. Brown goes, you're supposed to be in the corner, and then you're gonna cut across, he's gonna sit a down screen, you're gonna come over, we're gonna switch that, and then Kyle's gonna have to play me one-on-one. Kyle plays it well. And the dude goes, stop it. I said, this is every day. This is every single day.
LeBron, the king. I can remember one time and being in Cleveland, being picked up one of my friends. Where we going? You gotta see this kid. I know, man, I'm hungry. No, you gotta see this kid. What kid? I'm like, damn, he's on Sports Illustrated already? So we pulled in the gym in Cleveland, and it's packed. And I see this kid, and I haven't seen nobody dominate high school like that since me. And I said to myself, he can go pro right now.
LeBron James' career has spanned nearly 2 decades now, and your careers aligned for the first one of them anyway. What was it like to game plan against a young LeBron James?
Well, I think it's interesting with LeBron. For a young guy coming into the league, his strength, his athleticism, his basketball intellect, his feel for the game was just incredible. And to lace him up, to go against him for the first time, you're kind of blown away. Like, this guy's not that young. He has a seasoned game. He has experience. He has a great feel. And he was like the first guy out of high school directly into the NBA who didn't need to ease his way in. I mean, he came in with a big splash. He asserted himself. He let everybody know that he was the real deal. And to be so young was so impressive. And so he was a nightmare, even back then, the game plan for. He was still on the defensive end. I don't think he was up to where he eventually became, but a great player right out the gate. Impressive to watch and certainly difficult to prepare for.
And he won often, even before he was wearing several rings. What did it take, though, for him to become a champion?
You know, it's interesting. I think he did. He won. He got to a finals. But I think a few things might have occurred in terms of him becoming a champion. And really just for this era and this generation, I think the standard when it comes to championship basketball, I think one, USA Basketball. He won a gold medal in 2008, the Beijing Olympics. I think being in that environment, learning from Kobe Bryant, learning from Jason Kidd, some of the veterans as a young player, I think that really served him well at that point of his career. And I think going on to Miami, you know, joining a culture where there's structured accountability and everything is about winning and winning championships. And so learning and understanding that process, the sacrifice, the discipline, the collective responsibility that goes into winning, he really kind of grew up, and there was a great sort of maturation that occurred there for him. And so I think that was sort of when a shift was happening for him. And he was off and running and was in the finals, it seemed like every year for a good portion of his career. When his career is finally complete, how will LeBron be remembered in the story of basketball? You know, I think when his game is done and his career is over with, I think his excellence on the court, without a doubt, you can put him on the Mount Rushmore. You can debate whether he's the greatest or not. But I think certainly he will be remembered for his accomplishments on the court, but also off the court. You know, I think he kind of took the mantle from the sports marketing standpoint that Michael Jordan had started, and he took it to another level. You know, owning the relationships, employing his friends, building platforms and businesses away from the court. That was huge. And then also the social justice, speaking out on causes, really inspiring, I believe, a generation of athletes to use their voice and to, you know, so I think a combination of things I think are what he'll be remembered for, and certainly an incredible legacy that he's had and, you know, will be remembered for, you know, because of what he did on and off the court. And one he's continuing to build. That's right.
So the first time I seen LeBron play, so let me tell you a story. I remember seeing LeBron for the first time. He was doing a special, let's say it was on a network. And in this special, he was a junior, and it was like coming out this junior season. He had this little nappy fro and baby face, squeaky voice. And I remember listening to the interview and hearing him say like if he can challenge the rule to enter the NBA after junior year, like he would. And I remember thinking, this cocky little, what? He could leave high school after junior and go play in the NBA? And then he had the game on ESPN with Dick Vitale, just that whole, you know, the first high school game that we seen. And I tuned in, like everybody else, to just see what this guy was all about. 3 minutes in watching him play, I was like, oh, okay, this dude, he good. Like, he's on another level. He was a star. Like, to have that moment, to be able to perform like that when this moment was so big and he made it look so easy, you knew he was a star.